Hey everyone, Dilly back here on the channel today. This video I'll be doing a little rifle setup slash walkthrough slash review for you guys, and it will be on the Savage Model 25 walking Varminter, specifically chambered in 22 Hornet. But show you guys here, it has a 11-degree target crown muzzle, and show you it has a nice recoil buttstock here, recoil pad. It's specifically chambered in 22 Hornet, but like I said, I'm just going to be, this video I'll just be doing a walkthrough and review on just the overall rifle setup itself, scope, bipod, rifle, all that. So yeah, let's get into it. So first I'll talk about the trigger on the Savage Model 25, and it is the famous Savage Accu trigger. User, easy user, adjustable trigger. Love it. It's one of my favorite factory triggers out there, if not my favorite factory trigger out there. It's kind of a tie between that and the older Remington 700 factory triggers, but yeah, it's really nice, especially because it's user adjustable. You don't have to take it to a you don't have to take it back to Savage, and you don't have to take it to a gunsmith either, so that's really nice. And yeah, the action, which is, it's their own Model 25 action, very smooth, very light as well. It's not a 90-degree bolt throw either. It's like a 57-degree bolt throw or something like that, which is really nice, especially for a varmint rifle. Varmint rifles, you don't want them to just be accurate and precise, but you also want fast follow-up shots, just in case you run into like prairie dogs or foxes or multiple coyotes, stuff like that, or if you even just miss, you can quickly just throw another round in there and shoot again. But yeah, I'll also mention that this rifle has a bull barrel on it. It's not fluted, as you see. It's just regular blue steel barrel. But yeah, that's really good. Like I said, it's a varmint rifle. A lot of varmint specific rifles out there have the bull barrel, or at least medium contour bull barrel. So they do that. It reduces recoil. It also prevents heat buildup in the rifle, because varmint hunting, you're going to be either shooting a lot of rounds in a very short amount of time, or it's going to be 90 degrees outside and you're going to be sweating. So yeah, bull barrel is definitely something that you want in a varmint specific setup. And yeah, the stock, very ergonomic. It's nothing fancy. It's just a regular black synthetic stock, but right when I pulled up, I know it's factory, but it just fits like a glove for me. Length of pull on this, I believe, is 13.5, I believe. It might be a little bit less than that, but it's around 13.5. Length of pull is pretty standard for a lot of rifle setups out there. So yeah, it also has a detachable magazine here, like I said, 22 Hornet. And most of the magazines that the Model's 25 walking Varminter comes with is 4 in the magazine plus 1 in the chamber. I'll give you guys a list here in a bit toward the end of the video of what all cartridges you can have in it. But yeah, next I'm going to go to the scope. This is an older 90s model Tesco 4 to 16 by 40 scope. these scopes are really nice. You know, Tasco in the 2000s and 2010s, I'll be honest, they were crap. They were known to be crap by a lot of people as well. But, you know, back in the 80s and 90s, the Tasco scopes were phenomenal. Performance, stability, or, you know, excuse me, performance, durability, stuff like that. They were just really good back in the day. I have two other ones that were made back in the 90s that are Tascos, and they are phenomenal. Yeah, Tasco nowadays are owned by Vista Outdoors now. So, you know, people have been saying that they've been increasing their performance and quality lately in the past year or so, but, you know, like I said, 4-16 by 44 90s Tasco just has a regular duplex reticle glass on it. It's very comparable to Vortex in my opinion. You know, it's not Vortex or Night Force or anything like that, but you can definitely have a clear image in these older Tasco scopes, and my other two are the same way. So even at the maximum magnifications, they still are very clear, and the image quality is pretty much, you know, spot on. It will do the job, and it'll do it effectively. So yeah, like I said, 4-16 by 40 has the adjustable objective here. On this particular scope, it's, let me look here, is from all the way down from 50 feet all the way up to 300 yards and then infinity. So, you know, that's very good for this scope, very versatile. And yeah, so that's the scope. You know, scope rings, they're just high scope rings. I forget what manufacturer they are. I believe it's Monstrum that these scope rings were from, but you know, scope rings are scope rings. Excuse me. Scope rings are scope rings. You know, if they're an at least known manufacturer, you know they're gonna do the job. Especially on these light recoiling cartridges as well. So yeah, so the bipod here is a 9 to 13 inch Harris bipod. I'll also mention that the 90s Tasco scopes, this specific one, you can buy them, you know, eBay. You can find these floating around, like a good number of them on eBay for around 100 to 150 bucks, depends on, you know, magnification. They made these in a lot of magnifications, 1 to 8, 1 to 4, 1 to 6. They even made a couple 1 to 8, but they're rare. But yeah, like 3 to 9, 4 to 16. They even made some 5 to 20s as well. And yeah, like I said, you can find these on eBay. Other sites online, you can find them used, but a lot of them are in pretty much brand new shape for, like I said, around 100 to 150 bucks. So that's pretty good in my opinion for a used scope. But anyhow, yeah, like I said, 9 to 13 inch Harris bipod. These were for about 50 bucks from Cabela's. Harris bipods are very good. You know, bipods, you can't really mess them up, but these ones, you know, they have the leveling knobs right here. Obviously, you can extend them to whatever length you need them to be, yeah, they're very good for if you're on level ground as well, with those leveling knobs. But yeah, so the barrel, it's a standard 22 inch barrel on this Model 25 walking Varminter. I'll show you guys the barrel here. like I said, has the 11 degree target crown muzzle on it, and it is also free floating, which in varmint rifles you really want. All of my varmint rifles are free floating barrels. You know, that just helps the barrel and rifle's overall accuracy and precision over time. And speaking of accuracy, I'll post a photo right here from 2 summers ago when my dad and I were sighting this in. That group, it is, if I remember correctly, it was like 1.25 inches or something like that at 100 for a 3-hole group. And you know, we were just using the bipod. We weren't using a vise or sandbags or anything like that, so that's pretty good. Excuse me. Sorry. Anyhow, yeah, so, you know, for a varmint rifle, free floating barrel, you definitely want to look for, you know, the way that you can tell if your rifle has a free floating barrel is if you, from a dollar bill or like a receipt or any type of thin paper under the barrel, if it goes all the way to around the receiver or anywhere up here, you know it's free floating, which is good, especially if you have a varmint rifle. So yeah, that pretty much clears it for this overall setup. I did a little bit of math, a little bit of research, and everything MSRP on this rifle, this scope, and this bipod, everything, you know, can specifically saying if you're buying it at a MSRP price, you'd be spending around $900 to $950, give or take a couple dollars, on this whole setup. Now, I bought the rifle at a local gun store. Well, Dad bought the rifle at a local gun store back in 2021 for $600. The MSRP on the Savage Model 25 walking varminter and 22 Warren specifically is it's $700 on the dot for MSRP. $600 is like the minimum I've seen the specific rifle and the specific chambering sold for. I've never seen it sub 600. You know, 22 Horn is a little bit uncommon uncommon to run by. Language is hard. Yeah, I mean, most of the time, realistically, you're gonna run into this same exact rifle for about 600 to 650. If it's not on sale or anything like that, so yeah. Rifle scope, like I said, 100 to 150 bucks, depends who you buy it from, where you buy it, stuff like that. I've never really seen the scope over 150. I've never seen it under 100, so you know, the price pretty much stays constant. And yeah, like I said, you can buy the Harris bipod, you know, Bass Pro, Cabela's, Midway, even Amazon. You can buy them for around 50 bucks, maybe 75 bucks. Just depends where you're at and where you buy it. But realistically, you're going to be spending around 800 to 850 bucks on this whole setup. Not bad. I mean, for a varmint rifle, this is getting into the more mid-range pricing for any type of rifle, really. You know, sub 1,000, you're not doing too bad at all for the whole rifle setup. But yeah, is it the best budget varmint rifle out there? In my opinion, now. It does have a lot of good features. I love the rifle, but you know, you got options like the Mossberg Patriot, Predator series. You got the Rear American Predator series. You know, those both of those rifle lines, you'll be buying a brand new rifle from them for around 450 to about 550 just for the rifle. So specifically speaking for the rifle, there's cheaper options for budget predator hunting out there, but this whole setup, it's definitely not bad at all. I mean, I love this setup. For my current load and this current setup, it shoots out to 250 yards flat. No holdover or anything, which is very good for a 22 Hornet. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got for you guys. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you haven't already, please make sure to like and subscribe. And I hope you all enjoyed this video. Like I said, love the setup, love the rifle. If you can get your hands on a 80s and 90s Tasco scope like this one, don't hesitate. They're really good, especially for the price and for the conditions that they come in as well for being used. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys. So that was my own setup walkthrough and review for the Savage Model 25 walking Varminter. And before I go, I almost forgot, I'll put a list up here and down in the description as well of all of the rifle chamberings that you can get in the Model 25 walking Varminter as well that Savage offers. 17 Hornet, 22 Hornet, I believe 204 Ruger, 222 Remington, which it's a unicorn, and 223 Remington. So you got the smaller 20 calibers and pretty much the smaller varmint rifles out there, but still definitely a great rifle. And yeah, that'll be it for you guys for this video. Catch you guys in the next one.